Listen to the reading of the draft agenda for the 10th day sitting of the second session of the 55th Legislature. What's your will and pleasure?
I move that the agenda just will be received and open for discussion.
It has been moved and seconded that the reading of the agenda, draft agenda, be open for discussion. Are you ready to vote?
Ready.
All in favor say yes?
Yeah.
Against? Abstain? Agenda open for?
Move for the record.
No, procedure. Procedure. No. Distinguished colleagues, you listen to the reading of the communication from Senator Peter O. Duncan of Sando County, requesting plenary to invite the Executive Director of the Environmental Protection Agency to explain measures put in place against water pollution and soil degradation by gold miners. What's your will and pleasure? Senator Batikwa of Grand.
Distinguished colleagues, I've been listening to the reading of the communication for our colleague from Sino County expressing concern about the massive destruction of our waterways throughout the country by illicit miners. Question this plenary to invite the appropriate authority to come and explain. I move that the communication be received and the request pray for our colleague be granted, the EPA be invited to come here on next Thursday and instruct the Committee on Land, Mines, and Energy to appear before them, and thereon they inform plenary, and our colleague be given 2 seconds to explain.
2 seconds. We moved and seconded that the communication from Senator Peter Duncan of Sando County be received, accepted. It be sent over to the Committee on Mines and Energy, not before plenary, and that the author of the communication be given 2 minutes to give us an overview. Are you ready to vote?
Ready.
Everybody ready? Senator Daba Fabla, followed by Senator Abachu.
The issue is environmental related. I will be ready to vote if the Committee on Hydrocarbon and Environment is included. Thank you.
So accept.
Movement. Senator.
Accept.
Had a 4-tour visitation of my county. I was hard. It touched me so much. And so I asked myself, what kind of country are we having here? A handful of guys going to bushes, like they call themselves Class B minor, they call themselves Class C minor, and just destroy our country. So I decided at plenary, and from the reading of that, I'm not going to elaborate on it anymore because we all heard what was said, and they all who have counties that are dealing with mining, they are also aware that what I'm saying is something that is very detrimental to us. So I'm appealing to you that it's not just about talking about it, presiding. It's not about that. I want us to put our feet down. If you guys cannot find means of disposing of their waste, they cannot do this to us in a third world country that they think we are blacks, we are monkeys, we don't have brain to think. That is what most of them come in this country and think about us. We need to change our approach to the way things are being done here. That's why I'm begging plenary. So after we hear from the committee, which I will not rest upon, then we'll come back to plenary again, praying to you for you to take the full moves. Thank you, sir.
Indulgence of plenary to include the Minister of Lands and Mines. the Ministry of Lands and Mines to also be cited along with the EPA. Saying it has to do with mining and...
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
That was the original motion.
Yes.
That was the original motion.
So that EPA and Lands and Mines.
Yes.
Okay.
And then carbon.
Yeah, then carbon. Okay.
Internal affairs will be right there because
Internal affairs as well.
all these things.
Yeah, the Indian Abedin, the two, the superintendents and things.
Secretary of the Senate.
Internal affairs.
Internal affairs, Lands and Mines, EPA. Correct? Hello? Energy. No, I mean the institutions to be cited. The committees to hear this matter, that Committee on Mines and Energy, Carbon Hydro, and Committee on Internal Affairs. Yeah. Take note and send appropriate instruction.
To read it, but as we speak, we haven't heard anything of such. So I will plead with
Senator Joseph, Senator Jala, the budget.
I will plead with the plenary of the Senate to grant me the request for the minister, to appear on Tuesday, to show reason why copies of the budget have not been presented to the lawmakers. So that will be my plea, because I don't see why almost 2 months after the passage and approval, we haven't seen a finalized copy of the budget. I don't know, and there's no information to say there's something wrong somewhere that stopping that, because we need to provide our oversight. Yeah.
We don't have the budget.
There's still a briefing from the chairman of Witness.
I think it should be granted.
Granted.
Yeah.
With no caveat, no warning, nothing. Yeah. This is bad governance practice, fiscal practice. The executive boasted that the first time the government is operating in the fiscal space because the legislature passed the budget on time. We can be operating in a vacuum. The Secretary of the Senate, you write the Minister of Finance citing him. Now requesting him to come. Citing him to come. No, it's not an invitation. It's not a request for him to come. It is a citation.
The secretary can say, please come to
Secretary, do the draft of the communication so I can see what you cite the Minister of Finance. Tuesday.
7 o'clock in the morning.
10:30.
Yes.
Tuesday, 10:30. Then it show cost why the budget, approved budget, has not been published and submitted to lawmakers. So the communication from Senator Jonathan Sipwell of Railroad County, submitting the below need bills. A bill for an act to create Innerville City in Kelleco County, Chidepo Administrative District, and an act to create Gagaken City in Chidepo Administrative District. Everything What's your pleasure?
Having listened to the communication from our colleague, I moved that two communications were there. The communications we received, since this is the first reading, we brought back on the floor for the second reading at our next sitting, and copies being made for all senators.
Second. That the communication from Senator Sipwell submitting 2 draft bills for the consideration of the Senate for indictment, that this reading constitutes the first, it be brought back on the agenda to constitute the second reading, after which the appropriate motion will be made. What's your will and pleasure? Are you ready to vote?
Mr. President, can we just read the second one and then we can finish 2 minutes?
No, that bill, so don't be that bill, so. We're feeling embracing the 2 bills already. With the chapter. So, are you ready to vote?
Yes.
All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Against? Abstain? Motion carried. Secretary of Senate, please take note to have these 2 bills on the agenda on Tuesday for second reading. Next on the agenda. The reading of the communication for Senator Jonathan Subway of Milwaukee County submitting a bill for an act for the establishment of GEOPO Vocational and Technical College. What's your will and pleasure? Senator Patikwa of Granville.
Distinguished colleagues, having listened to communication from our colleague, Senator Charles Sobel of River G, requesting this body to enact a law establishing a vocational training institute is counted. I move that this communication be received and is considered the first reading and be placed on the agenda on our next Tuesday's deliberation. If I will do a second.
All those in favor say yeah.
Yeah.
Against? Our House Senator say well, yeah, loudest. Several Senators, please take note.
Chairman, Committee on Transport, February 13, 2025. Honorable Kamala Lawrence, Honorable President Pro Tempore, Liberian Senate, Capitol Building, Monrovia, Liberia. Subject request for approval and instruction to the GSC to order the implementation of USAID funds to ministries and agencies of the government of Liberia from 2018 to 2025. Dear Honorable President Pro Tempore, I extend my highest regards and right to formally request that the plenary of the Liberian Senate approve and instruct the General Auditing Commission, the GAC, to conduct a comprehensive audit of the implementation of funds provided by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, to various ministries and agencies of the Liberian government for the fiscal years 2018 to 2025. Over the past several years, USAID has remained a critical partner in Liberia's development efforts, providing significant financial technical support in key sectors such as governance, infrastructure, education, health, and economic development. However, to ensure that these funds have been utilized effectively, efficiently, and in accordance with established financial and procurement regulations, it is imperative that a transparent and independent audit be conducted. The proposed audit shall assess 1, the allocation and disbursement of USAID funds to government ministries and agencies. 2, compliance with financial management and procurement standards. 3, to impact and effectiveness of projects funded by USAID. And 4, any potential irregularities, mismanagement, or misuse of funds. This exercise will not only enhance public accountability, but also reinforce Liberia's commitment to transparent governance and responsible stewardship of donor resources. Furthermore, it will help strengthen Liberia's partnership with USAID and ensure that future development assistance is effectively utilized for the benefit of the Liberian people. In light of the above, I respectfully urge the Honorable Plenary to approve this request and mandate the GSC to commence the audit for the period covering 2018 to 2025. Your consideration of this request will contribute significantly to strengthening good governance and fiscal accountability in our country. I look forward to your positive response in the deliberations on this crucial national matter. Kind regards, signed Senator Sias Joseph, Senator, Monsterrado County, Liberian Senate and Chairman Committee on Transport. Mr. Presiding.
Senator Sias Joseph of Monsterrado County, requesting for approval and instruction to the GSC to audit the implementation of the USAID fund to ministries and agencies of government from 2018 to 2025. What's your will and pleasure?
Considering the communication, the significance of the communication from the distinguished senator from Monsterrado, that the plenary of the Liberian Senate should instruct the GSC to audit all agencies of the government receiving USAID funds. I move that if I've been obtained the second, the Liberian Senate agree, because the outcome of this audit will inform the legislature how to intervene in the gap that will be created in case if the USAID fund is not coming in.
Moved and seconded that the Liberian Senate consent with the communication from Senator Sias Joseph instructing the audit of and implementation of USAID funds to ministries and agencies of government from 2018 to date 2025. Are you ready to vote?
Ready.
Senator Emmanuel Nugu of Magibi, followed by Nyan Twanya of Lima County.
Taking into consideration that most of the donor-funded projects are executed by agencies under their own rules and regulations that are not subject to our financial regulations.
Movement. We are restating the unreadiness. So you're suggesting that we open the communication for the country? Yeah.
I will be ready to vote if the body or the movement can clarify if this body, even though the GSC does report to us, whether we, like the executive, can give direct instruction for an audit.
So no need to ask the movement. They are creating a commission audit.
Okay.
Yes, it is within the authority of the legislature to do that.
Okay. Then I'll be ready to
so that, okay. So our chair followed by Western Garfield and then Newman.
So while the debate, the communication be sent to the Commission Public Accounts to do the analysis, make a report to the floor, then we can have a debate on that.
Let me hear you movement. Don't forget, Nugu are former speaker.
Well accepted.
If only I can get clarity on what is this all about concerning USAID and the audit of our various ministries. Are they actually saying that President Donald Trump of the U.S. said that the USAID agency is corrupt? Is that why he is closing it down to temporarily?
The distinguished senator from Monsterrado County is not stating his unreadiness for debating the issue.
I am. My unreadiness.
Let's move on the order first. That's the order. Order sustained.
My unreadiness is the clarity on what we are discussing, presiding. our distinguished senator,
I
I am not debating. I need clarity
No, you can't.
in order for me to understand the gravity of the purpose in which he is proposing. I am saying that we want, because the United States is telling us that our bureaucracy is corrupt and many of our senators are all sanctioned for corruption. Are they telling us that you say is corrupt? That's what I want to know. Then I can understand how they support this. I need to know. I need a clarity. So Dr. Joseph clarified if this is based on corruption.
Are you taking charge of the government?
I'm taking it on.
The order called on you by Senator Dillon Smith has been sustained. So your unreadiness is not involved. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor of the motion as amended, that this communication be received, accepted, turned over to the Committee on PSC, given 1 week to do analysis, brought back to plenary, then the report can be open for debate for the plenary to take the subsequent action. With that clarity, are you ready to vote?
Ready.
Senator, don't be ready again. All those in favor, stay in your vote. All those in favor say yeah.
Nobody say yeah.
Motion carries.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Colleagues. First of all, let me say thank you, colleagues, for allowing the communication to be read on the floor. And colleagues, what's the intent of this communication? The intent of this communication here is that as we speak, there are gaps within the national budget. Looking at the USAID projects that they have supported in the past in the health sector, education, in the agriculture sector. Those agencies have been passed, and in the national budget, some of those resources were captured within the national budget. Now, if those money would not be given to the country, then we're going to be having a serious problem with the ministry land. Now, the intent also is that looking at the gaps, it's better that we conduct an audit to know how much of that money was used directly that benefited our people. Then it helps us as a country, as a legislature, to be able to look in our various ministry lands to come up with cuts where we can be able to come up and make some difference. Because if, for instance, there are money towards, like for instance, the health sector, if there are money towards like $20 million that go directly towards purchasing of medication, we have a gap in the health sector. So how much of that money is going directly to Ministry of Health? Then we look at it, and then as a legislature, as members of this the committee, we can inform plenary that we have a gap in the health sector, we have a gap in the agriculture sector, the education sector, and then so that we can recover from that. And then they help us to move forward as a country until our partners who have been supporting those projects can come back again and make resources available. So that's the intent of those of this communication, so that they can be able to help us. Thank you so much, and I rest my case.
There is a joint committee that is doing analysis of the usage funded projects in the country. The Ministry of Finance has submitted an analysis report to the committee. There was a public hearing last week with the Ministry of Finance, Education, Health, and Agriculture. There was a continuance of the hearing so that the Finance Ministry can put all of the analysis in proper perspective. So the hearing continues on Monday. Public hearing in the chamber here on Monday. The PSC is advised to liaise with the committee, so we have a concerted effort and information and know exactly how to do and what to do. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's up, presided? Finance has been also shared with the PAC chair.
Right.
Yeah.
February 17, 2025, Honorable Nyomnikanga Lawrence, President Pro Tempore of the Liberian Senate, Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Madam Pro Tem, reference submission of bill for passage. I convey my compliments in hearing submit to the plenary of the Liberian Senate an act to repeal Section 4 of the Act creating the city of Rabosport and to create in lieu thereof the Commonwealth Administrative District, herein after referred to as the Commonwealth District in Grand Cape County for passage into law. Madam Pro Tem and distinguished colleagues, the Commonwealth District is one of the oldest territories in the Republic of Liberia, with its establishment dating from the 18th century. This territory is located in areas commencing Rabosport City, Tombe, and to include Tala Township. It will interest you to note that the Commonwealth holds critical economic potentials in tourism, fisheries, aquaculture, and agriculture, and is the heart of surfing in the Republic of Liberia and West Africa. As important as this territory is to national development, it has been disadvantaged over the years and constantly being denied recognition and to produce delegates at the county, cities, and other development planning meetings. As a result, it has not received such allotment for any development and proper representation in the name of an administrative district, despite its economic viability and cultural potentials. Against these backdrops and consistent with the interest to promote good and effective governance, economic viability, and cultural heritage, the legitimization of this territory under the name and style as provided here to attach will restore the hope of our people and resolve existing disputes among our people. In light of the above, Madam Pro Tem and distinguished colleagues, I plead indulgence of this August body to legislate this instrument expeditiously. Sincerely, Senator Faba Mabani Fabla, Senator Grand Cape County.
You listen to the reading of the communication from Senator Daba M. Fabla of Grand Cape County, submitting an act to repeal Section 4 of the Act creating the city of Rabosport and to create in lieu thereof the Commonwealth Administrative District, thereafter referred to as the Commonwealth District in Grand Cape County. What's your will and pleasure?
Distinguished senators, having listened to a communication from the Right Honorable Senator Daba M. Fabla of Grand Cape County, submitting an act to repeal Section 4 of the Act creating the city of Rabosport and to create in lieu thereof the Commonwealth Administrative District, hereinafter referred to as the Commonwealth District of Grand Cape County. I move, Mr. Presiding, if I can obtain a second, that this first reading of this most important bill serve as the first and second reading, and then the bill. I beg you, man. Serve as the first and second reading of the bill, and shall bill be passed on the Committee on Internal Affairs and Judiciary, and then report within 2 weeks' time, if I can obtain a second.
Motion. Are you ready to vote?
Already.
Senator Sir Joseph.
I will be ready to vote.
that our rules be suspended, that the bill be passed into law.
Bill strike a very important historical fight of our country. I will beg therefore that we give it the attention it needs in terms of the committee scrutiny. So, Uncle, I beg to reject.
They'll be brought back on the floor by the second. That's all I'm sure the veterans. Let me honestly. Just Tuesday,
You know, I want the bill to pass, so I don't want the protein magnitude when the report comes out, and then we have problems. So I accept that it be brought by Tuesday for the second reading, and later move to committee room. Because I want everybody, you know.
To be clear, how many committees?
Two.
Judiciary and internal affairs. No fiscal impact analysis?
No, the thing is, they're already. They're just bringing it in.
Or you change your name? In effect.
Yeah, from Abraham to...
Are you ready to vote? All those in favor say yeah. Against? Abstain? Motion carries. Secretary of Senate, please transmit to the committees on judiciary and internal affairs will be to report within 2 weeks. Colleagues, you've listened to the reading of the confirmation reports from the Committee on Internal Affairs, Governance, submitting confirmation report for the consideration of the plenary, including the Superintendent of Grand Bassa County and local officials from Sino and Grand Cook counties. What's your will and pleasure?
If I can obtain a second, I move that the report that the report from Internal Affairs concerning Grand Bassa County, Sino County, and Grand Cook County be accepted, adopted, and that vote be taken collectively on all of the report, or within one report from Internal Affairs, which includes Grand Bassa, Sino, and Grand Cook.
So second. That the report of the Internal Affairs Committee submitting names of nominees for consideration be received, accepted, and we vote on the record with addendum that the voting be consolidated. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor? Against? Abstain? Motion carried.
74 senators voted in favor of the nominees. None abstain.
With the majority of the senators voting in favor and not against, and these positions not being turning position to meet to tell the Senate, the votes are carried and the nominees are confirmed. Secretary of the Senate, please inform the executive. No more item on the agenda. Can we get a motion to adjourn? Monday at 11 o'clock, the committees, the joint committees will hold hearings with the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Education, and Ministry of Health regarding the analysis on the usage withdrawal